Hello everybody and welcome back to your daily dose of Elite Dangerous and our Bounty Hunter series. In today's video we're going to be doing some killing missions, I do believe. I don't remember where we are in our rotation, but that's just what I feel like doing today. So let's go ahead, hop into the on-ground combat missions and see if we can find some takedown missions to do. I don't really want to do a raid, a camp extermination thing. I think we're just going to go do some spy-esque takedowns. So let's do this one because it seems to be pretty high on the money side of things. We can do I don't want to do that one because it's illegal. We'll do this takedown for this guy here, and maybe we'll take one more if they have it. Yeah, this guy here. I kind of want to do a professional takedown because they're gonna have a shield. So let's do this one as well. Alright, cool. Let's get back to the ship. We'll fly ourselves over to our destination and then go take care of business. If you've been following the series and you maybe missed the last episode, I decided to switch back to the Cobra because I just really prefer the maneuverability of the ship, especially because most of what we're doing is on-foot combat stuff, or on-foot operations of one type or another, so having the extra maneuverability is just really, really nice. I would much prefer to have that than the, obviously it's a significant increase in the firepower having the class 2 and 3, or class 3 and 2 frag cannons versus the class 1 and 2s that we have now, but I really want the maneuverability. It's really nice to have the maneuverability. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We'll frame shift over to the next thing. Like, my ability to just kind of flip around like that so quickly is just, I don't know, there's just something super satisfying about that. Not having to feel like you're trying to yank the ship around to get it to go where you want it to go. It's really nice to just pull back on the stick and it just it's super nice. It's super nice. So we'll hop into the system here. And then, yeah. Once we get in, I need to switch over and turn the filter on to settlements so that we can actually see where they are, and then we'll start heading over in that direction. Okay, so, eventually, we're getting some internet lag now, so there's that. Okay, let's get our filter set up so that we can have settlements. I don't really need the signal sources at the moment, so we'll take this guy and go that way. And do that. Now, I saw a video from Commander Meccan where he was describing a process that someone had found out that seems to be more of a bug than anything else, but apparently you can skip the glide process if you can time certain things in a certain way. I don't know. While I can get on. Here's the thing: you have to do it in a very specific way to make it work, and I'm sure I could probably figure it out if I really wanted to. But part of me, I can only go so far with the whole, exploiting game mechanics things. I can get on board with the Super Cruise Assist. If the Super Cruise Assist had it set up so that you could do it the same, go to a settlement the same way you can do the Super Cruise Assist, quick drop method. If you could do it the same way with settlements and planets as you can with this, then it would seem more like a feature than a bug, because it seems reasonable that the Super Cruise Assist thing could calculate exactly when to turn it off to drop you out as quickly as possible. The method of skipping the glide, while I think it should be something that should be standardized, I think you should be able to just pop out of Super Cruise right at the surface. I think doing the bump it down to 5 second things that we do, 5 seconds thing that we do for the stations and stuff like that. I think that should be applied to planets and stuff like that. I think it should be set up to be so that you can be able to do it that way, because that feels more like you're utilizing the provided system in the most efficient possible way, and that's what you're doing. the whole skipping the glide thing in the method that it's being done is clearly using an unintended mechanic to skip a process that they're not clearly okay with you skipping. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know. While I typically do tend to want to find shortcuts for things, and I think that it would be nice if they adjusted it so that you could skip the glide, take the risk of coming in really fast, and as long as you do it right, you can consistently get, you know, a skip of the glide like we can with the quick drops for stations and stuff like that. I think they should do that. I think that would be a really nice addition to, you know, if you want to take the risk of possibly ending up, you know, slamming into the atmosphere, then, you know, the benefit you get out of that is you get to skip the glide process. That would be, I think that would be pretty sweet. But the way that it works right now, you're clearly manipulating either lag mechanics from the server, or you're manipulating something in the game itself, and not just utilizing. You're not just utilizing a system on your ship that happens to have the ability to drop you out quickly. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but in my opinion, there's a difference between the creative utilization of mechanics and exploits. And I feel like this one just, I may be wrong, but it feels like an exploit to me. And I just prefer not to use exploits for the most part. I'm not into that. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. We want to see if we can find ourselves a terminal that we can get to. Preferably one that's outside. So, oh, here we go. Preferably one that's outside. So we can find our target and take him down. Or take her down. Looks like it's Janessa Kirk. So, where is she? Oh, that way. And look at that. Right out here in the open for us.
Do I know you?
So this is a professional takedown.
Trying to make trouble? Wait, no. Engaging target!
We got lucky enough that nobody seemed to notice that we did that. So let's head back to the ship and get out of here. This is like one of the reasons I like doing these single takedown missions is because it feels kind of like, you know, it feels less like you're doing like Commando and you're doing more like James Bond. You know, I don't know. The settlement raids makes you feel like Arnold in the movie Commando, where you're just like assaulting the compound and killing everybody. This one, these types of missions make you feel a little bit more like Super Spy. Like you're just going in, you're pinpoint targeting the guy, and then you're trying to get out before anybody notices that you're there. Alright, cool. So, we need to go to Alyuan Inn, and it looks like it's going to be on the same planet, so let's get out over here. We're going to have to do, I mean, less than 1,000 kilometers away. We're definitely going to be staying inside the influence of this planet.
2, 1, engage.
So I don't want to boost, let's see, it's going to be off in this direction. I want to get a little bit of altitude so we can, because basically, the higher you are, the faster you'll be able to get around the planet. I'm not sure why. But I want to get to around the midpoint of this drop zone, of this orbital zone that we're in. That generally gets you a pretty decent, rate of progress around the planet. All right. So we can start doing this now. That'll start swinging us around. Then we can start slowing down. Start doing some S pattern there. And then head down to the end. We've been to the end many times. We've been to this end a bunch of times. We know what this place looks like. So again, they're going to be at that far. If you've watched these before, you've seen us be here before. The target's going to be at that far end habitat, the far end hab on the left side. If you're looking at it from the power plant, so it's going to be. They're going to be over here. They're almost certainly going to be in this hab right over here, because that's where they always are when we do this. So we'll park our ship over here. We'll look through the window and see if we can spot our target.
Landing gear deployed.
I always forget that the gravity here is a little bit stronger than I think it's going to be. Alright. So we'll look through the window and see if our target's right there. Is this the covert takedown? I wasn't paying attention. Nah, this one's just the regular takedown. Now the problem that we're going to have is that burning through the 2 doors that we need to get through to get to this target it uses up more energy than we have, and I don't think I ever found a power. I was about to say, are they? Yeah, Crystal Snyder. Isn't it amazing how you learn? Isn't it amazing how that works? Yeah, it'd be nice if there was like a power outlet out here somewhere, because then I could just break into the freaking thing and be done with it. But we're gonna end up having to grab ourselves a security clearance. Is it? I think it's just a level 1 security clearance, though, right? Yeah. So we just need to find somebody with a level 1 security clearance, and then we can steal their information, get in the room, shoot that person, and get out. So that one has a level 2. If I can hide right here, trying to move. Too far away. I want to maintain visual cover from the guard there, because I don't want to get caught doing this. So as usual, we're just gonna have to exercise a little bit of patience and wait. Does he have a security clearance? Oh, he does, or she does. So maybe if there's nobody else watching. And there's some dudes over there. If there's nobody else watching, I can just snag the one from this guy. Ah! They really need to increase the radius for this. Alright, so we got our profile now. I should be able to just run it. They really need to increase, like, the accuracy. I shouldn't have to keep it right on the target like that. That's super frustrating.
Someone in here?
Okay. I always switch over to the other thing because I can't remember what my holster key is. So I end up switching to something that I can just press the button again and get it to go away. They really should update the programming to make it so that you can just press 2 again, press whatever number you press to select your weapon, and then it puts it away, rather than needing a holster key. Because I can press this, and then I just press that button again, and it goes away. But I press this, and then I press that button again, it does not go away. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know why they would set it up that way. All right, so that takes care of this particular mission. So let's get out of here. And then we can check out. Hold on. Do we have any more? Are they all in this area, or is? Yeah. Okay. So we killed Janessa Kurt. We killed Crystal Snyder. Now we need to go to Schroeder. He is in Maka, which is where we're going back to anyway. So we're gonna have to boost out of the atmosphere because we don't have line of sight to our next area. Get out of here, boost a little bit, then charge our frame shift drive and go after our last target.
Frame shift drive charging.
And Maka is our home system for now until I decide to move somewhere else. So we'll go kill the dude, and then we'll head to the station, turn in on all of our stuff, and that will be it for the day. Now, I do believe that this is the covert one, so if the alarm gets raised, then we're going to end up failing that mission. So we have a couple of things to worry about. If we can find the person and they're just kind of off by their self, we can shoot them and then just run away and try to get out before the alarm goes off. If they're surrounded by a bunch of people, then we kind of have to go find the alarm. I would prefer to not have to worry about the alarm if I can get away with it. It's kind of a pain in the butt to have to go figure all of that out. So ideally, what I would prefer to do is I would prefer to get in there, get a good shot, get a good angle where nobody's going to see me kill the guy, or girl or whoever did that. I think this one's a dude. Get an angle that'll allow me to shoot them without anybody noticing, and then we're able to just get out, fly away before anybody sounds the alarm, and then we're good. So, yeah. So we just need to get over to the planet, get landed, and then move on. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Why would you do that? I bumped the throttle forward thinking I was going to fast drop, but this is a planet. You can't do the well, technically you kind of can now, but it's not the same. It's not the same, and it's just, I don't know, it's different. Okay. Waiting to get close enough. Yeah, it's on the other side, so we'll maintain a little bit of a wide berth so we can get maximum speed around the body. Then get our night vision turned on so we can see what we're doing when we get down to the surface, because it looks like this is going to be an in the dark one, which is good. That's going to help out with the stealth component of all of this. Start bringing our throttle back a little bit. Okay.
Orbital flight engaged.
Zero out our throttle to drastically reduce our speed. Speed stabilizes. We start incrementing our throttle back up. You want to be at 10 kilometers per second or less when you get to the drop zone. Oh, that was stupid. I screwed that up.
Hull integrity compromised.
I spaced out for a second there. I'm not sure why I did that. Certainly not going to punish you guys for that happening, so I'll be back in just a second. All right, I have brought us closer. Wow. I have closed to the distance, and we are getting really close to being able to do this now. So let's pull the throttle back. Get our landing gear down. And we'll see if we can find our target here.
Landing gear deployed.
All right. Put ourselves a little closer. Just so we ideally don't have to run that far. And let's go see if we can find our dude. Get our night vision turned on. I highly recommend that you have night vision engineered into your suits, because having to blindly run around in the dark is really frustrating. Okay, so we're looking for Randolph Schroeder. Seriously doubt that this is our guy, but we'll see. Nope. All right, so we do need a terminal so we can find the person we're looking for. Oh, there he is. So the question's going to be, can I shoot this guy without anybody noticing me do it? Probably not. There's way too much going on. Yeah, there's just way too many people here to be able to do that. So, we're gonna have to, like... There's too many people around. We're gonna try for it. Try to get out of here before anybody notices and sounds the alarm. It's a good chance we're about to fail this mission. I don't really care, but we're just gonna hold our breath and hope that nobody notices him and sounds the alarm. It's dark, so there's a decent chance that nobody's gonna see his body before we get out of here. And we only have to get out of the settlement before an alarm gets noticed, so... we just gotta hurry up and get out. Alright. I think we might have made it. And away we go. Alright, I think we passed that one. Very nice. So now we just gotta get back to the station, turn in our stuff, and we're done. Very nice. So let's get the settlements turned off so it's easy to find what we're looking for, and boost out of the atmosphere here. Turn it off, get recentered on our station. Wait for the recharge to happen. Ah, damn it. I got distracted. I'm trying to keep track of something that's kind of important, so I got a little bit distracted there. All right, let's try it again. Here we go. It'd be nice if there was like a cooldown indicator like you get for your regular FSD recharge. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll let you know, hey, this is all right here, almost ready for the boost. Almost ready for the boost. Like, that would be nice. And let's try to get this done. Let's try to get over here and get this done. And we'll do our Super Cruise quick drop. But see, this is what I'm saying. Like this right here, this doesn't really feel like an exploit because it's just kind of a quirk of the system you're able to use. The system itself has a quirk that allows you to do the quick drop and just snap drop it right at the right spot. That feels like it could be something that, you know, people figured out a way to utilize the existing system in a way that seems kind of realistic. The quick drop to skip the glide is exploiting a mechanic that forces you to appear inside the planet, and then the game itself relocates you to just above the surface because it won't. The physics rules won't allow you to be inside the planet, and that just seems kind of like, I don't know. It seems kind of cheesy. It's not a like, I'm all about, you know, quick processes that save you time and things like that. I want that, but I would prefer it to be something that's, you know, a little bit more legitimate, and that just doesn't feel very legitimate to me. I don't know. You do what you want. I'm not judging anybody for doing it. I'm just explaining why I'm not particularly interested in it. So we're doing landing pad 2. Get our landing gear out, and down we go.
Landing gear deployed.
Ooh, come on, go there. There we go. All right, so that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. So that option is there for your convenience. So again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for our next video, and I'll see you then.